We're watching films on the toilet, because that's what dads have to do. When the movie's unsuitable for your kids, then pretend you need a number two. If you need a break from your family or spouse, there's a lavatorial picture house. Watch Terminator 2 while you're sitting on the loo. Enjoy the whole of Rambo 4 with your trousers on the floor. We're watching films on the toilet. How about you? All right. All right. Yeah, all right.
It's a classic start.
Eamon, do you get me?
I do get you.
Do you get me?
Yeah?
People say that, don't they?
They do. Do you get me?
Do you get me, though?
In all fairness, I probably don't.
No, I didn't think you do. And that's
No.
why, when I said it, I thought, he'll just be polite.
Yeah.
Actually, you don't get me, do you?
No, if I was being really honest, if someone's there saying, do you get me? I would just say no, and that's why I'm cross.
Yeah, you should be more honest. Like, pick people up on it.
Yeah.
Like, it was really good. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I clearly know what you mean.
I've noticed that whilst we don't either of us do that particularly, we both have our own verbal
affectations.
We really do. I say like about 1 billion times a minute.
You do say quite a lot of likes.
Yeah, and you speak sometimes in quite a staccato way.
Yes, I do.
FYI, absolute ball ache to edit that.
Yeah, I'd argue that my editing is easier. You just cut out the spaces. Getting rid of a like is quite tricky.
Well, you don't need to really get rid of the likes.
Have you any idea how many likes I've got rid of?
3,000 likes.
So many likes.
I have noticed. How often I say that, and I do make an effort to cut a load out.
We've grown as people, haven't we?
Have we, though?
Well, you were saying before this that life in movies is portrayed as episodic. Like there's an arc, but actually, no, you're completely right. There is no arc. It's just the same thing over and over again.
It's fucking relentless, and then there's a Tony Soprano moment where everything just goes black.
That's it, yeah. Don't stop. Bang. Anyway, welcome to Watching Films on the Toilet. It's me, Ben, and Eamon. Get me?
Yeah, do you get me?
Yeah, do you get me? And we sit on the toilet, we watch films that we like, that we can't watch with our kids, and then we talk about, well, basically everything but the film that we've just watched.
There we go.
Big. Yeah?
Yeah, it is big. I mean...
It's massive, isn't it?
I don't know what you're talking about. What's big?
I don't know, just all of it. It's
Yeah.
all big, isn't it? Everything's big.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking, you know how the media have made petrol really hard to get? We should do that with something. Toilet roll, petrol. If you say, oh, it's gone, everyone will make that happen. So what could we make really hard to get?
You could say that James Corden is scarce. People would rip him to shreds.
They would. They'd tear
in a
pieces
bid
off
to get
him.
a little bit of him. Like the end of that. Have you read that book, Perfume?
Yes.
Sorry to take an artsy tangent here, but if you've not read the book Perfume, weird man makes the world's best perfume, has a breakdown, covers himself in it, and a crowd of people have a big orgy and tear him apart. So let's do that, but with James Corden.
It seems like the perfect ending.
Ben, I'm running out of James Corden. Where can I get some?
I don't know, Eamon. I haven't seen any about. In fact, the shelves appear to be clear of him.
Listeners, please send in any spare James Corden you have.
Yes, I don't have any anymore. We all need some.
That'll do the trick.
That was a good infomercial, wasn't it?
I liked it. I'm a good actor.
Anyway, today we are going to be talking about 2016's The Shallows, starring Blake Lively and Eamon. There's a little bit more to it than that, isn't there?
There is indeed. We're joined by a very special guest, Lee Gant.
Ooh.
He is a TV comedy writer. He's written on loads of funny stuff. We'll get into that a bit later on.
Is it a good idea to invite someone who's professionally funny on our podcast?
Yes, I think he could tell the inaugural joke of this podcast, the first funny thing.
That would be good.
But full disclosure, I know Lee. He's a friend of mine. He's a lovely chap and really psyched to have him on the show.
I've never met him. I'm slightly concerned that I'll hate him, but, we'll see how it goes.
Lee and I get along like a house on fire. Ben is going to be a total third wheel.
I can't wait. That's going to be great. All right, so we've got bit of correspondence?
Certainly have.
Okay, so first off, Eamon, you're not going to believe this.
Oh, yeah?
We've only got a message from the President of the United States.
What?
Joe Biden has got in touch with us.
I can't believe it.
I know. Okay, let's hear what Joe had to say. Wow, Joe Biden.
Wowee. I mean, it was definitely him.
It was definitely him, wasn't it?
Can't believe he had all that stuff to say.
It's really sweet of him, actually, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Really nice what he said.
And no need to recap it either. I think it speaks for itself.
No. Oh, thanks, Joe, and thanks for listening. Really appreciate those kind words.
Okay, so Peter Correspondence here. A couple of episodes back, we talked about Joe Rogan.
Oh, we did.
We joked about him on air. I felt a little bit guilty about it. I dropped him a note and he replied. So I'll just read you my note first and then his reply. Okay. Dear Joe, just wanted to drop you a quick note to say hope you're doing well. I know we joshed you a bit the other day about human growth hormone and your brain growing too big for your head, but obviously it's just a joke. We're massive fans and want to make sure you knew it was all in jest. We wish you a speedy recovery from COVID and look forward to hearing you back on the airwaves again. Best wishes, watching films on the toilet.
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah, I just felt a bit guilty anyway. So got a reply from Joe. Here it goes.
Okay.
Dear film toilet. The brain, it hurts now. My clever too big. It comes out the ears. My brain cries. The pillow looks like meat. It makes me say the bad things. My big wet brain is the bad man. I'm not the bad man. The head is going to pop. Too much brain inside. Why the face so red? Make it stop, toilet boys. Then it just says, "Muh." That's it.
Oh dear. Oh, poor Joe.
Sounds
he's
like
suffering, isn't he?
He is suffering.
He's struggling.
Guy. He is.
So everything we said was true. It really does make your brain come out of your head.
Yeah, this pillow looks like meat, apparently. It's so much brain.
Oh, best of luck to Joe.
Righto. Time for toilet news.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh! Toilet news.
Okay. Absolutely delighted with this bit of toilet news.
Okay.
Josh Widdicombe. I can't even go to the toilet without taking my phone with me.
Oh, God.
Right. So, Josh Widdicombe, 38, is a comedian and presenter best known for his appearances on The Last Leg and Mock the Week, as well as his BBC Three sitcom Josh. He won the first series of Taskmaster in 2015 and the show's first Champion of Champions special in 2017. Now, the rest of this article is behind a paywall because it's on The Telegraph, and I refuse to pay to read something on The Telegraph. Okay, so what I've done is I've basically tried to guess at what Josh Widdicombe does on his phone in the toilet.
Okay.
So it's just a few ideas.
All right.
Uses assumed names to post positive reviews of his dumbass book.
Yeah.
Signs up to the most degrading OnlyFans pages he can find. Gambles thousands of pounds on live stream dogfights. Yeah. Watches videos of good comedians and cries.
All of these seem remarkably feasible.
Yeah. Uses the dark web to support his spiralling fentanyl addiction. Which is probably pretty true for old Widdicombe, isn't it?
He's disgusting.
I can't believe he definitely does all that stuff.
I can't believe he definitely does either.
Shame on you, Josh Widdicombe.
Yeah, I mean, his book's got 5 stars on everywhere. And I'm fairly sure that anyone that had read it probably wouldn't have posted a review at all.
Do you remember Noel's house party? Oh, Mr. Blobby was so stupid. It's not a joke, Josh.
Yeah, but most people would probably like that, wouldn't they?
They would.
Yeah, and this is why millions of people listen to his podcast and only 6 listen to ours.
Yeah, that's true. He's not having a pop, everyone who makes him feel insecure, is he?
No, he's not. he's just posting, I wouldn't even call it observational comedy, just observations.
It is just observations, isn't it?
Well, I do that thing.
Don't you hate it when you come up with a really good name for a far-right web forum and someone's already got it? Oh! Yeah.
Oh,
that kind of stuff.
Classic
Josh.
Classic just thing that happened, isn't it? We've all done it. We've all done it.
Oh dear. Oh, do you know, I punched my baby the other day. We've all done it, haven't we?
We've all done it.
Give him a little pop, haven't we? I done punched the baby the other day. We've all done it.
Oh, we've all done it, haven't we? We've all done it. You ever been driving and run someone over and driven away? We've all done it. We've all done it, haven't we? Oh. Yeah. Classic.
That was just an impression of a generic London man.
Yeah.
No one particular there.
Yeah. Excellent. Okay. Let's meet your friend, Eamonn.
Cool. Lee.
Hello.
Lee, let us in.
It's Eamonn and Ben. Can we come in, please?
Yeah. Hang on a minute.
Come on. We haven't got all night.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There you go.
Wow. Oh.
Hooray.
Hello, lads.
Oh.
All right.
It's not what I expected in here, I'll be honest.
Can I just say that is a lovely robe?
Thank you very much.
Is that real silk?
Why, yes, it is. Yes.
Oh, it's nice.
So, welcome, Lee, to the Watching Films on the Toilet podcast.
Hello.
Lee is a TV comedy writer. He's written for The Circle USA, Off Their Rockers, loads of other stuff. You see him on YouTube in a brilliant wind-up of Anthony Cotton on Anton Deck's Saturday Night Takeaway, which is legit funny. He's also done the best parody of Mrs. Doubtfire you will ever see.
You're the only fan. Well, you're probably not the only fan, but every year, like clockwork, I get an email off Eamonn saying, I've just watched the Doubtfire sketch again. But honestly, it's so good.
It is hilarious. I bloody love that clip so much. So we decided to watch the Shallows, and we picked that because I know that you are a massive fan of the film Jaws.
Yeah,
I am, and sharks in general. But yeah, Jaws, huge Jaws fan. I've actually got a tattoo, a Jaws tattoo.
Oh my
You've
God.
seen this, Eamonn, haven't you? That's the shark that Quint draws on the blackboard.
I'm not sure that I have. Amazing.
That's awesome. And you went to some extremes the other day, didn't you, for your love of Jaws?
I'm up in Manchester at the minute, working on the Circle again, and my phone had been going mad with people texting me pictures of this Jaws cereal, this elusive Jaws cereal that's been popping up in B&Ms across the land, across provincial England, but not in London. So I found out there was a B&M a couple of miles up the road from where I'm staying, up a dual carriageway, and I thought, I won't get an Uber because it's a nice day. Obviously, as soon as I hit the dual carriageway, it started pissing it down. I walked all the way up to B&M.
Yeah.
They had the Jaws cereal there. I bought 4 boxes, waterproof, double-bagged them, both, and then trudged back like an army man on manoeuvres, got them back, got them out, made sure they were all dry, put them on the radiator just in case. And it's a beautiful box. It's beautiful. I will say that the cereal looks rank. It looks rancid. It's like caramel and cocoa and milk cereal covered in honey.
Oh, well, that's filth.
So yeah, it's kind of like you either have to be a 4-year-old or a crack addict to eat it, I think.
I mean, you've actually just described Ben's ideal breakfast cereal.
You really have. It sounds amazing to me.
Well, and that you've been to the location, right, where they filmed Jaws.
I have. I've been to Martha's Vineyard. I actually proposed to my wife on the Joseph L. Sylvia beach, which is the beach where Alex Kintner got killed in Jaws. Proposed on that beach.
I mean, that's so romantic. Well, and if memory serves correctly, you actually hid the ring in a Lido with a big bite mark out of it, like covered in blood. You were just like, what's that that's washed up over there?
Yeah, no, I hid it in. I actually arranged for the corpse of a woman to be delivered to me from a local morgue. They were very accommodating. And
the bloated corpse washed up onto the beach.
I went to work on it in the early hours, yeah. And,
oh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet.
Well, that's a good. So I was wondering, as a shark movie connoisseur, is there anything? Is there like certain things you expect to see in a good shark movie? What's like the blueprint of a good shark movie?
I think there's got to be a certain number of deaths, because that shows a bit of creativity. There's only so many things you can do with a shark basically eating someone, so it's good to see a bit of creativity. It depending on where it's set as well. Like, a lot of them are set in the open ocean, in which case I'd expect a lot of sea banter and a lot of chat about other species of fish and stuff. I don't want it just to be a shark. Like, I want to see some more shit out there. And yeah, just treat it with a bit of respect. It's a big like you're saying that this shark's a big monster, so let's see it. Let's see it in the flesh. Let's see it tooth and claw, as Rudyard Kipling might say. Let's see all of it, not just its teeth.
Well, that's the kind of reference you get from Lee Gant.
These really up to the minute references.
So this film's basically really about Blake Lively.
Hang on, we need to do the summary. Eamon's missed a key format point here, Lee.
I've missed a key format point.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
So do you remember I said that it's usually done with like the time it's taking me to do a morning wee, and I just say something that I've drunk the night before to make the wee long? Did you want to do one?
Well, I think the only thing I would think of is, in tribute to Jaws, the greatest shark film ever made, have a little sup of a Narragansett 75, which is what Quint drinks in the film.
Oh, my goodness.
Which I bought a crate of back from... I drove all over Massachusetts, basically, looking for Narragansett, and I found a limited edition crate of 24 cans of it, which are exactly the same as the ones in the film.
Wow.
Tracked it down in Salem, in a garage in Salem. It's not got the old 70s ring pull. It's just but like the design's exactly the same. And
amazing.
Yeah, bought them back all the way back on the plane from America, and I think I've got about 3 cans left now, because I gave them out to Jaws fans. No, it tastes like piss. It's like level with Carlin.
So how many cans of that did you drink for me?
2.
2?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And how long do you think I'll get then? How long's your wee going to be after 2 cans of that?
I think you're 19 seconds, maybe. Is that long? Is that long for a long wee or not? I can't decide.
We normally get about a minute.
A minute? Fucking hell. Okay, I'll give you 37. Say I had 4 cans then. I'll give you 39 seconds. I'll add as well. There's 2 human characters in this film, and it's 87 minutes long. So, you know, this is not the birth of a nation.
All right, cool. Well, okay, so I've got 37 seconds.
Yeah, are you ready?
Okay. Yes, I am. Yeah, I am sort of caught in a storm at the moment. My car's run out of petrol, because everyone has, and I'm in the middle of a rainstorm, so I'm kind of in my own survival movie myself.
Almost,
a lot like Blake Lively, and not a lot of difference between us either, I would say.
Both smoking hot.
Yeah.
Okay, so while the storm rages and the rain pitter-patters in the background...
Oh God, so
Jesus
loud.
Christ. Here we go, summary.
Right. 3, 2, 1, go.
So, the film opens with a young lad watching some really well-edited found footage of a shark attack on a helmet cam that's been washed up on a beach. The day before that, Blake Lively arrived. She's an American medical student who's gone looking for this secret beach that her recently deceased mother went to while she was pregnant with her. She's also a champion surfer, and she has to go on the waves with some local fellas before she's knocked off her board and bitten by a great white shark. Michael Bay Day turns to Zack Snyder Night, and she manages to swim to a rock, fix up her leg and fall asleep. Oh, and she has a seagull friend. Then she sees a drunk guy who, instead of helping, tries to steal her stuff, only to be bitten in half by the shark. Then the local surfers come back, and they're also eaten by the shark. With her special rock about to be fully submerged, she swims through some jellyfish to a big metal buoy thing with chains on it, and she hatches this really technical plan to kill the shark, which makes no sense until she does it, and impales the shark on a load of metal spikes at the bottom of the ocean. Then a year later, she gets back into the water because that's the exact amount of time it takes to go over a horrific shark attack. The end. There you go. How long was that?
That was 1 minute and 7 seconds.
Wow. That was well long. Oh well, I'm way over.
So, Lee, what do you make of old Blake Lively?
I have sympathy with her because she just wanted to go for a surf, and that bloody shark, like he just
all the action I thought she was brilliant at and really sold it. But the thing that really did my head in is when she does that like fake bedside patter when she's doing surgery on herself. She's going, just feel a light prick. It's just like, you wouldn't say that. You'd just be going, like that the whole time.
And she still looked amazing, and she basically just went and that was it. You'd be vomiting over yourself, you'd be hyperventilating, you'd be completely white.
There's one point during that surgery where she looks at the seagull and it just goes like that, and I thought, if that was me, I would have picked up that seagull and thrown it in the sea.
If you threw it towards the sea, it probably would have just flown off.
Well, it had a bad wing.
Oh yeah. Beg your pardon. Yeah, I forgot it had a dislocated shoulder, didn't it?
Was she diagnosed? Like that.
That was amazing. That was the seagull's arc.
It was. A bonus point if either of you can give me the name of the seagull as credited.
Sully.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a Hollywood seagull.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is he?
So, has he been in other stuff?
He's a trained avian performer, I think. I don't know what else he's been in.
I didn't buy that sweet seagull at all. There's no way. That seagull was hanging around waiting for her to die so that it could eat her face. That's what that seagull wanted. Seagulls aren't nice. I had my pasty stolen by a seagull when I was 7, and I've never gotten over it. I did not feel sympathy for that seagull at all. She'd have broken its other wing.
That bit, right, where she weirdly sees a little crab tries to eat her leg, and in revenge she eats the crab and then sicks it out, and then the seagull pecks at it. That reminds me of maybe the worst thing I've ever seen, which was I was out with some friends in a park, one of whom was breastfeeding her kid, and he had way too much milk and then sicked it all out on the floor. And then a big Alsatian came along and ate up the sick. It was, and like I had to pass it off, like, you know, these things happen, and I was like dry heaving. It was the absolute worst thing I've ever seen, and I've seen someone get run over.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Oh well.
Have you ever eaten anyone sickly?
Not to my knowledge. No.
Would you like to?
No. Someone's pissed on me before. Yeah, someone's pissed on me. I think someone's been sick on me as well.
We were talking at one point, Lee, and you were saying one of the hallmarks of a good shark film, or something you wanted to see out of a good shark film, was creative deaths, and you felt that this didn't quite serve up enough.
It's on that uneasy fence between a shark film and a survival horror film, in that it's at pains to be realistic, which is it's cross to bear, so it can't have mental, like Deep Blue Sea style deaths. So it has to present them quite realistically, but the rub of that part is that it's not realistic at all, obviously, because it's about a giant great white shark literally defying the laws of like aquatic biology and physics at times.
Yeah.
You can't have your cake and eat it, or if you want to have your cake, you can have both bits of it, but don't try and just have one bit. Don't just eat one bit of the cake, have both bits, is what I'm saying. I want some stupid deaths.
So okay, go on. Give us some good examples of shark-based deaths from the movies.
Probably one of the most traumatising ones is probably the helicopter pilot in Jaws 2. As he screams, cause it's only one of those little bubble helicopters, those little budgie ones, and he's going, "Ah!" And it was just, that always was really traumatic for me.
He also has one of those really thick Amish-style beards.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue.
So that's a decent one. Obviously, I'll say Quint.
Yeah.
Although I feel like the estuary victim in Jaws is probably more traumatic because he was such a nice guy.
Do you know what I actually rewatched Jaws for this podcast, And I was amazed. It seems incredibly brave now, just something you wouldn't do, that after the lady gets eaten, the next victim is a little kid.
There's not enough of that in 12 rated movies.
Yeah, that's
but
true.
You know, I think
yeah.
that sort of stuff just wouldn't happen these days.
Yeah, and you also see it a little bit. Like,
I know.
They did film more of that, but it was the footage they got was so horrific they couldn't use it. It was so over the top and bloody. It was just a huge model, but the jaw was so big and it smashed down on this mannequin and it was grotesque. But the estuary victim guy, he was in a bucket seat, like kind of in like being eaten by the shark, and he was just going. The shark was diving. He was just going lower and lower in the water, and he was holding on to Sean, Brody's kid, and then eventually he just let go of him, and he was like,
"Oh my god!"
He was kind of sacrificing himself. But yeah, there was some horrific stuff in Jaws that didn't make it, which would have been nice to see.
Yeah.
So
I remember seeing Jaws when I was a little boy, and yeah, Quint's death was the one that stayed with me. It was the blood coming out of his mouth. I just didn't quite. I don't think I understood why it was coming out of his mouth, and it really shocked me. And then my dad accidentally showed me the scene of Emil getting doused in acid from RoboCop, and I immediately forgot about it. And that was what stayed with me until I was about 28.
Oh, nice.
It was really interesting. Ben thought for a long time that Quint was called Quince. Kept on calling him Quince.
Yeah,
Quince.
Captain Quince.
He was really embarrassed when I pointed it out.
Quince.
Like, Quince, it's really horrible when Quince dies. I was like, wait, did you say Quince?
Oh, what? Was this up until like yesterday?
Yeah. We were
Oh, wow.
talking about the podcast, and he was going Quince. I was like, it's not Quince, it's Quint with a T. He was like, I thought it was like the little apple. No, Ben.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Talking about deaths, did you like the shark death?
Yeah, it was all. I think by that point, I'd kind of given up on what was going on. Like, it was kind of like by that point, she'd done so much and escaped death so many times that I just thought, right, well, she could do anything. I'd believe within the logic of this film that she could do anything to this shark. Like, she could beat it to death with her hands now. So the fact that it was like a semi-realistic 30-foot great white shark could really take 20 seconds to catch up with a human swimming downwards into the sea.
Yeah.
Take about 20 seconds to catch up with her. No way. And as if a human swimming who's not streamlined to live underwater at all would then be able to just suddenly roll out of the way of these massive spikes that the shark didn't even see. Like, it's mental.
Wouldn't her head have exploded as well? Like, she was dragged down really deep underwater.
Yeah, she would get the bends, right?
When I jump in a pool, I think my ears are going to blow up. So yeah, she would get messed up.
That's not where we need to pick holes in this. I can't believe her ears didn't pop.
I quite liked the death. I agree with you in that it's very difficult to get creative with people being eaten, but also with like the deaths of the sharks. Quite often they get blown up.
Yeah.
So it was the only other. Okay, Lee, you can correct me if I'm wrong. The only other impaling of a shark I can remember is it Jaws 4 where they're using that noise to make it jump out of the sea?
Jaws of Revenge, the sonar thing, yeah.
Is it the prow of the boat pokes a hole in it, like it skewers it?
Yeah, it gets really impaled really badly, yeah.
I love the bit at the end of Jaws where Chief Brody is aiming his gun at the shark and he goes, "I'm going to shoot you now," and kills him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a classic line, isn't it?
Oh, it gives me goosebumps just thinking about it.
It's so cool, yeah. It's almost as good as when Blake Lively holds a flare gun at an oil slicked bit of ocean as a shark is swimming towards it and goes, "F*** you." Do you know what? If I was that shark then, I was smashing towards her, like, I'm gonna get her, and she went, "F*** you," I'd go, "Stop. I'm gonna go back 50 feet. I'm going to start again, and you're going to think of something fucking better than "f*** you." I'm a shark. Like, do you want to say like anything. You can say like your sushi, or you can say like
that's a good
welcome
one.
to the bottom of the food. Like, anything, not just fucking what we're having a street fight in Brixton.
Let's workshop some possible comebacks then. What could she say?
What Wipeout?
Wipeout was good because surfing based.
I'd have gone like this. I would have gone ha Wipeout like that.
Please don't eat me.
Yeah.
I'm going to set you on fire.
I'm scared. I'm really scared. That's a good one.
I feel like we're straying into the literal now.
Yeah,
I think
okay.
we just-
I can, when I jump into the water, I can go really deep and my ears won't pop. Later on, she should have said that, then bang.
So just in case you're thinking about pulling any of that,
Foreshadow it.
Mr. Shark.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought the shark death was cool. I like the fact that he was in motion and then there was that sort of sudden stop as he was impaled and kind of frozen on the spikes. That did look quite cool, I thought.
Yeah, it looked really arty. I quite liked it, and it was like that thing of like, yeah, do you know what? The lights just go out. There's none of this like, oh. It's just like, yeah, mate, it's gone straight through your brain.
Yeah.
Bit of twitching maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're done.
Look at you now, mate. You look stupid.
Yeah, you're done. Yeah, you bloody idiot.
Yeah.
Where did that oil slick come from,
Yeah.
by the way? Where's the explanation for that?
I think it was
From the
was
whale?
it the whale? I think it was the whale.
From the whale's blubber.
Whale oil, yeah, it seeps out of the blubber, doesn't it?
They put it in their
Well, the
hair.
whole world used to run on whales. They used to use whale oil for gas lamps before electricity. That's why the whaling industry was so mental. It was like electricity back in the day. So I think they do have oil in them.
This is like an episode of QI. This is astonishing. Is sperm whale's vomit supposed to be really? It's ambergris. That's supposed to be super expensive.
Ambergris, yeah, they used. I think it's more like bile. I think it's vomit, but it's like the equivalent of the bears that they get bile out of in Russia and Ukraine and stuff. It's like mentally strong smell or something. I mean, it's weird, isn't it? It's weird.
Yeah, but I don't care for sperm whales, so I don't care if they get chopped up.
Okay.
Just don't care for them. I know everyone likes sperm whales. I don't like them.
Yeah.
Good to get that out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come,
Let it out.
come at me, Peter. The epilogue at the end. Was there any actual need for that?
I don't think there was a need for it shoehorning the dead mum thing in at the start.
That was yeah.
No.
It's such an annoying trope of these survival things. It's basically so they can just say something to a camera later and say, "Hi mum, hi dad, oh I'm sorry," all that. Let's assume that if we're humans, we don't want to die and we have people who might care about us. I just think it's completely superfluous. I don't think it adds anything to it. It's not like you're watching it halfway through and going, "Oh, I hope she gets this bloody shark because I really like this kidnap now I know about her dead mum."
I know.
So
Yeah.
it's completely unnecessary.
It is. I agree.
Yeah.
That little neighbour's domestic with her dad before she gets back in the sea, as though it's going to add some more jeopardy to it, as if you're going to go, "Oh bogger, if she dies now, she wouldn't have made up with her dad." So what?
And he's such a Burke as well, her dad. He hasn't spoken to her for a while on the phone. And she's on this beautiful beach. And she's like, "Oh yeah, I've come here. This was Mum's beach." She's like, "Oh, but when are you going to go back to medical school then? Oh my God, why are you doing that? Oh." And then right at the end, he lets her go back in the sea.
What would have saved that epilogue if she went back in the sea and that the shark's daughter was in there, and then the cycle continues.
Would the shark daughter have to have a massive argument with her shark dad though? About how dangerous it is going back to a beach where the shark mum was impaled horrifically.
"But Dad, I don't want to eat humans anymore." "Well, I'm afraid you just have to."
Is that how dad sharks speak?
Yeah.
It is
like
actually,
that.
yeah.
I mean, it doesn't feel so much like an episode of QI anymore. What's the opposite of QI?
Right.
Take Me Out?
Right.
It feels like an episode of Take Me Out now.
Yeah.
Before we get down to the sort of final sort of thoughts, as we've sort of shown, Lee, you're a massive Jaws fan, so I've done a little quiz for you.
Oh,
Yeah. See, giving it the big I am, the entire podcast going on about how much you know about Jaws.
He's really up for this, Eamon. He's really up for it.
Let's see if it's true.
Oh, I've not watched it. I've not watched Jaws for a couple of months as well.
Okay, don't worry. I'll start you off. I'll start you off easy. Okay, here we go. What are the names of Martin Brody's two sons?
Sean and Martin. No, Martin.
Well,
sorry, Sean and Michael. Yeah. Sean and Michael.
jeez,
Right,
that was nearly the easiest one.
Yeah, that's an easy one.
That was nearly a very quick derailment.
Okay, complete the shanty. Here's to swimming with
bow-legged women.
Very good.
God, I'm so nervous.
If you get any more wrong, or if you get any wrong, you have to eat all 4 boxes of that cereal now.
Oh my God. I don't know what's making me feel more sick.
Okay. According to Quint, who's going to have a heart attack when Quint brings the shark back home?
Taxidermist.
Yeah, very good. Yeah. What's something? Okay, here's a tricky one. This beginning of the film, Brody's talking to like the old lady who's like does the admin or whatever in the office.
Polly.
Okay, yeah. So what have the 9-year-olds from the karate school been karateing?
The picket fences.
Yeah, very
Wow.
good. That's a toughie.
They've been
Hands on fire.
karateing.
Okay. What did the two fishermen?
Eamon, I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous.
You're doing really well.
Well, no, I just think if you've got a tattoo of something on your body until you are rotting in the ground, you should get every question right.
Well,
This is true.
My heart's beating out my chest.
You'll have to get it removed.
what did the two fishermen on the pier use as bait to catch the shark?
This is me and I send a voice note to my sister about 5 times a year of me going, "We better catch something. This is my wife's holiday roast." It's one of my favourite lines in the film.
It's great. Yes, his wife's holiday roast. Okay, let's see if I can catch you out. Okay.
Can't we just end it there? God.
Okay. When Quint sees Hooper loading his equipment onto the Orca, he asks if he's some kind of what?
Half-assed astronaut.
Yeah, very good.
Wow.
Okay.
Amazing.
Final question. When I was 10, I went to visit my grandparents in Northern Ireland. At the beach, I saw a man who looked exactly like Chief Brody staring intensely at the sea. What was the name of the beach?
Fermanagh Beach? I don't know.
Say you know all about George. You didn't know this one, did you?
I'm so sorry. I'm gutted. I'm so gutted.
Open the boxes. Open them up.
The answer, of course, was Portrush.
Oh, damn it.
You knew it. Okay, well that one was obviously a joke one. You got all the actual ones right. After an early stutter, you really righted that ship in the end.
Yeah, that was a really bad early stuff. Do you know why? I was so nervous. I thought you were gonna ask me like mega hard stuff.
You reminded me that I once met Roy Scheider.
What?
Yeah. So I think I was about 10, and we went to New York with my family, my mum and dad and my sister, and we went to a deli, and Roy Scheider was eating breakfast in that deli, and I went up to him and I said, because I was only little, I said, "You were good in Jaws," and he said, "Thanks."
Oh yes.
And that was it. Yeah.
What was he eating?
I didn't see what he was eating. I think he had a cup of coffee.
It's a delicious plate of sperm whale meat.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it was a really big pile of meat on the plate.
So another really clever toilet-based format point we have is that at the end of the film chat, we each decide whether we're going to flush the film because we don't want it anymore, or fish it out of the bowl because we like it so much.
Yeah.
Right.
You know when you fished something out of the bowl because you like the
Yeah, I
so
know.
much.
Yeah.
Ooh.
We've all done it.
Yeah.
With this film, would you flush this film or would you fish it out?
I just bought it on Amazon for $7.99 for this thing, so I guess I'll fish it out. Otherwise, I could have just rented it.
You could have rented it for £3.49.
Yeah, I know, but I just think if I watch it one more time, if I watch it one and just under a third more time, then I've got my money's worth. So
True. Okay. I mean, it's a good financial.
And
sense.
I'd seen it before anyway, but I hadn't seen it for years, and I like a good shark film, and I've got a few on the old Amazon now. So I'll fish it out.
I'm very interested by that because you basically been slagging it off the whole time.
No, I just slagged. I slagged off how it was kind of at a crossroads between realism and silliness, but it rattles along at a good rate, and the shark looks good. The shark does look good for a monstrous great white shark, and apart from a couple of glaring inconsistencies, it acts quite like a shark.
Yeah, it doesn't. Real sharks don't have hats. That's one thing that they
and they don't talk either.
That's true.
Yeah, they also don't drag people down backwards into the sea like a crocodile, because it's just it's physically impossible.
Ben, what are you going to do with this one?
I saw this with my wife at the cinema when it came out, and I remember quite enjoying it. But watching it again, I was quite shocked at how badly it had aged. And the stuff with her dad and sister is quite sickening. More sickening than her having to repair the wound in her leg. So I think I'd have to flush it. If I'm honest with myself, I'm going to have to flush it away.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Eamon?
So we reviewed a film called Don't Breathe. It all takes place within a certain space. And it's such a narrow space. You're worried about how the escalations are going to happen within the plot. So I was quite impressed with how they did manage to achieve that. I agree with Ben. I think the things either side of the main chunk were sort of unnecessary, but I would probably fish this one out.
Do you know people in the business like me as an oceanographer?
The oceanographer business.
They just call grey whites whites because there's no lesser white shark. There's no such thing. Yeah, they're just called white sharks. They just call them that.
You got any silly voices, Ben? Do you want to add to that?
Silly voices?
Yeah, last time Lee said something clever, you did an impression of a daddy shark. So I was just wondering if...
What, do you want me to do an impression of an oceanographer?
Yeah, an oceanographer saying whites.
Give me. Okay, who's playing the oceanographer?
Christopher Walken.
Christopher Walken.
Yeah.
I haven't done a Walken for a while. Oh, this could be embarrassing. Here we go. I saw a white under the water, and he tried to bite me, and now I'm going to run away underwater. There you go.
Yeah, very good.
There you
That's
go.
good.
All right.
That was good. I like
Thank
that. I enjoyed that.
You put me on the spot there, Eamon.
He was right to do so.
Ben does good voices.
I feel like you did during the quiz now, Lee.
Yeah, now right. Let's give him some more to do.
He does a brilliant one of Chairman Z of the Chinese Communist Party. Go on, Ben.
Is this going to be racist?
No.
It's actually he walks such a fine line, but it is. Mwah.
He always does this. Oh dear. Yeah. Move on.
Okay. It's been really nice chatting with you, Lee. It's been a long time.
Well, yeah. Thanks very much, Lee. We will leave you to continue with your toilet business.
Yeah, thanks, lads. Eamon, can you put that lotion down? It's quite expensive. just pop it back in the. Just honestly, just leave anything in that shelf. Just leave.
Can I take one of the robes, or?
Yeah, take one, but just don't.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
Don't return it.
Fair enough. All right. Thanks, man. Thank you.
Thanks, lads.
Cool.
Great to have you over.
Well, that was Lee.
He's a champ, isn't he?
In our fair hometown, people would say he's a real boy.
He's a boy.
He is boy. Righto. Top 5s.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Top 4.
Okay, so this week, because The Shallows is all about bloody old Blake Lively on a Todd most of the film, we thought we'd do best one man / woman / other films.
Yeah.
No judgment here.
No, anyone can do a film on their own.
Yeah, there can be any pronoun, although most of them are men. So
yeah, blame Hollywood, not us.
I've only chosen ones with men though, because they're the best ones. Ones with women are rubbish. They're all like emotional ones. Don't care.
So, person who gets the most right gets to choose next week's film. Person who loses out does one forfeit.
That's right.
Okay, let's go. Eamon, did you do a lose last week?
Did do a lose, yeah.
Oh, so weak. So weak. Right, so you get to choose first.
Okay. This is a duplicate. Imagine a few of these might be. I'm going to say Moon.
Yeah, I put Moon on there.
Yeah, really good.
Moon. Okay, for you, I choose Silent Running.
No, do you know what? I've not seen that film.
But you mentioned it before.
It was a spaceship.
I thought you'd seen it. You fooled me.
The Valley Forge is an awesome looking spaceship, but I've only seen a little bit of it, so I didn't feel like I could choose it based on...
right. Well, that's a poor start.
It is for you, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, duplicate, Castaway.
No,
Huh.
did not choose it.
Do you not like it?
It's fine.
Don't like everything with Wilson. Oh, my ball.
My ball. Yeah, no, it's just too close to home.
You lost a ball and you were devastated, weren't you?
Please don't talk about it.
Too soon, isn't it?
Don't like it. Saying that, you remember we played baseball in Plymouth and we smacked a baseball into the lake.
Yeah, you hit.
I did lose a ball.
It was like the one and only time I think you've ever hit a ball, isn't it, with a bat? And you absolutely nailed it, yeah.
Yeah, I did. I smacked it. We got it back. Anyway, okay, another choice. So if I get this right, we're level again. Okay, this is a duplicate. Duel.
Yes.
Yeah, boy.
Is it Spielberg's best film? It could be.
What? No.
What's better, mate?
Jaws?
No.
Jaws isn't better than Duel?
Yeah.
That was a great argument.
Jeez. Okay, level pegging.
Oh no, it's too intense. Oh no.
Right. I'm going to say Buried.
Yeah, with Ryan Reynolds.
Hey!
Yeah, it was good.
Not seen it, mate, but know that you've got a crazy crush on that guy, so...
Can't get enough of him. See, this is annoying because you said something when we started this. It makes me feel that you didn't pick this film, but I would have thought you would have picked this film, so you've ruined it. If I find out you've picked this film...
Yeah.
Based on what you said earlier on to throw me off the scent, this whole thing is void.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to say 127 hours.
No. Yes. Oh, God, I hope I have that one.
If you've chosen it, it's void.
Okay.
Because you said you hadn't picked any films with women in.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, that was a joke. Do you want to hear them? Okay. So Castaway.
Yeah.
Moon.
Yeah.
Jewel.
Yeah.
Life of Pi.
Yeah.
Gravity.
Void! 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 The game is void. That's it. Void. No.
No, it's not.
Cards
it's
off
not.
the table. Void.
No way. No way.
You said you hadn't picked any films with women in.
I was saying that's a joke.
How do I know it's a joke?
Listen, you can say whatever you want before the competition.
Void.
You said a submarine was a boat. I had to get on with that.
No. Void. No. No. I'm having it because I would have said it if you hadn't said that.
Why didn't you say it then?
Because you said that. You said that.
You should have just asked me.
No, void.
No, it's not.
Void.
It's not.
Yeah, it's void.
No, I've never seen Ben get this cross about anything.
No, I'm not cross. I'm self-righteous.
But I mean, it was clearly a joke.
Well, No, that's not what I'm saying.
No, it is. It's clearly it's just me being stupidly misogynistic just for a joke.
Right, we will leave this to our listeners. Eamon said that thing, which I'm not going to edit out. If you'd heard that, would you have assumed that he hadn't picked a film that starred a woman, or would you have thought, oh, it's just a joke? he might have. Maybe you should go back and watch it and think, was that a joke, or could someone have taken that seriously?
I mean, I know it was a joke because I was aware of the choices that I made.
All right, fine. Do the forfeit. What do I have to do?
You have to stand in the middle of a street and invite everyone to call you a dumbass.
There's nothing to do with the film.
Yeah, I know, but it's all to do with your interpretation of my choices.
I still think it should be void.
Okay, well, obviously it'd be difficult for us to replicate the Shallows. And
We don't live near the sea, do
don't
we?
live near the sea. The next best thing is an urban island.
Yeah.
You're going to have to spend a night on a roundabout.
Okay. All right.
So good luck with that, mate.
Okay. Oh, so last week, Eamon, your forfeit was to spend some time with a crow.
I had to spend a day with a crow.
And how did that go?
Well, this is what happened. So, I've come to my local park to find a crow to spend the day with. Let's see where they are. Okay, so it looks like there's a crow up in this tree here. Let's see if I can climb up there. Here we go. Okay, so I've made it up the tree. I've been careful not to make too much noise because here, beside me, is a crow. It's looking after a clutch of eggs, so I'm guessing it's a lady crow. She doesn't seem to mind me here, but she doesn't like it when I get too close. Let's see if I can just... Ow! No, she doesn't like it when I get close. So a few hours have passed. Things are going well with Cheryl. I found out that she likes pecking fingers and is indifferent to bird jokes. Cheryl, why did the rubber chicken cross the road? To stretch his legs. See? Nothing. Right. Dusk is drawing in, and stupidly I've not brought anything to eat with me. I really am hungry. There's absolutely nothing to eat up here. Apart from... Cheryl, give us one of your eggs. Come on, Cheryl, I'm starving. You got loads, just give me one. Okay, well, I'm just going to take one. There's nothing you can do about it. Ow! Ah! Whoa! Ow, my...
Oh, wow. That was terrific. I mean, you kind of blew it.
Now. Yeah. Those eggs were delicious looking. No regrets.
Good. So, next week, and you're going to love this, Eamon, just for you, it's our Halloween special.
Oh.
Now, Eamon, you famously don't like horror films.
That's true. I famously hate them.
So, just for our listeners, a special treat, we're going to get you to watch one of the scariest films made in recent years.
It sounds like, can't go wrong.
You have to switch off the lights and you got to watch it in one go. Okay?
Yeah,
you have to.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
And that film is The Babadook.
Right.
Which was made in 2014.
Okay.
I've seen it, very much enjoyed it. I can't wait to find out what you think about it. Oh, this is going to be great.
Yeah. When we say I don't like horror films, it's because I find them really scary. I don't like being scared like that. I like going on roller coasters. That's exhilarating.
Yeah.
I hate being freaked out. Unsurprisingly, I don't know why everyone doesn't hate horror films.
Brilliant. Well, I hope you enjoy it, Eamon, and we'll find out next time.
Give it a go.
All right. Well, thanks for listening to the show. Again, if you have, we appreciate all the listens.
And just a heads up, we're taking this show on the road.
Are we?
Yep, we're doing a Watching Films on the Toilet road show.
Oh.
First date's in Aberdeen. So if you're based in Aberdeen, come to the town square.
All right, yeah.
Where we'll be broadcasting live from our toilet booth.
I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
First I've heard of it.
Yeah, the Watching Films on the Toilet road show.
Ooh, Aberdeen, Land's End.
Yeah, just those two.
Yeah, good. Thanks. We'll see you next time, yeah?
See you, mates.
Oh, cheers, mate. Eamon.
Keep flushing.
Get me.